So please be seated. Welcome to the first CLA in-person graduation ceremony in 2 years. So family and friends, faculty, staff, administrators, and members of the graduating class, welcome and good morning. My name is Ben Withers, and I am Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. It is my distinct honor to be here today. This is one of my most favorite things to do, is to watch you all walk across the stage. And because it is so important that we do this in person, we also know that we need to be respectful of each other in these conditions. So with the exception of people speaking at the podium, please follow the directions of Larimer County and keep your mask on in the building. So at this point, I'd like for all of us to please stand and face, where's our flag here? Right there. Face the stage, and the Colorado State University Wing Walker Honor Guard will present the colors. The Colorado State University Brass Quintet and vocalist Michaela Fitzpatrick will lead us in the singing of our national anthem. So please be seated. So both CSU and the College of Liberal Arts recognize our unique history and our mission as a land-grant university in this, our 151st year of our founding. The liberal arts approach to learning forms the heart of Colorado State's heritage as a land-grant public university. A liberal arts education encourages individuals to develop strong, durable, transferable, and practical skills such as communication, critical analysis, teamwork, empathy, creative thinking, and problem solving. Because the first word in land-grant university is land, it is also incumbent on us to recognize that the land we come from and how that history permeates everything that we do. As such, Colorado State University acknowledges, with respect, that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, the Cheyenne, and the Ute nations and peoples. This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other native tribes. We recognize the indigenous people as the original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. CSU is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion, and significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, our responsibility, and our commitment. Now, I would like to recognize and introduce members of the Platform Party who are joining us here today. So I will ask each person to stand and remain standing when I announce their name, and I encourage you, if you would, to greet them with one clap of applause. So, first, Dr. Mary Pedersen, Provost and Executive Vice President. Dr. Sue James, Vice Provost for Faculty Affairs. Dr. Donald Michaels, Director of the Honors Program. Dr. Rose Henschel, Associate Dean for Academic Programs. Amy Hoven, Commencement Speaker, Immigration Advocate, and Executive Producer of Who I Am, a virtual reality documentary film. That was a long one, wasn't it? Dr. Sue Doe, Chair of Faculty Council. Dr. Ellie Light, Assistant Dean for Student Success. Dr. Ryan Claycomb, Interim Associate Dean. Dr. Michael Carolyn, Associate Dean for Faculty Development and Research. Dr. Micah Glantz, hold on this one, Chair, Department of Anthropology and Geography, and Interim Chair of the Department of Ethnic Studies. Professor Suzanne Ferris, Professor of Sculpture and Department of Art and Art History. Dr. Carrie Anderson, Acting Chair, Department of Communication Studies. Dr. Alyssa Bronstein, Chair, Department of Economics. Dr. Lou Ann Reed, Chair, Department of English. Dr. Robert Goodmetsted, Chair, Department of History. Professor Kevin Foskin, Director, Interdisciplinary Liberal Arts. Dr. Andrea Duffy, Director, International Studies. Dr. Greg Luff, Chair, Department of Journalism and Media Communication. Dr. Jonathan Carlyon, Chair, Languages, Literatures, and Cultures. Dr. Dan Goebel, Director of the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. Dr. Matt McKenzie, Chair, Department of Philosophy. Dr. Bob Duffy, Chair, Political Science. Dr. Pete Taylor, Chair, Sociology. Please join me in honoring all of our recognized guests. So please be seated. Boy, you guys are really quick. You're seated even before I tell you to. Good job. You've learned a lot while you're here. So yesterday, Master's and Doctor of Philosophy degrees in the College of Liberal Arts were awarded at the graduate school ceremony. Today, we recognize undergraduates. Graduates, you are part of the liberal arts community, which includes more than 4,000 currently enrolled undergraduate majors and 55,000 alumni. You join them in achieving an education that includes both an in-depth study of your specific discipline and a broad knowledge of the wider world, of culture and society, and an investigation of the entirety of human experience. A liberal arts education empowers individuals by teaching them to apply their knowledge and skills in diverse, real-world settings. Underlying it all is a sense of civic and social responsibility, that education is important for future generations and for society as a whole, that we live in a better world when there are more people like you who bring to bear these skills in order to deal with the complexity, challenges, and change of our contemporary circumstances. So, I thank you deeply for choosing to become part of this ever-growing community at CSU. And congratulations for meeting the academic challenges presented by your studies. I now have the honor of introducing Associate Dean for Academic Programs in the College of Liberal Arts, Dr. Rose Henschel, who will recognize our graduating students.
Good morning, Rams. It's amazing to see you here. Today, the faculty your family and your friends have gathered to celebrate your achievements and your bachelor's degree. I'll be recognizing many of the students among the graduates by asking them to stand. Please stand if you're able, and if not, please wave your hand or hoot and holler or do whatever you want to do. So that we may express our pride in your accomplishments, would all members of the graduating class of 2021 please stand? Congratulations. We also want to recognize that some of you may have been members of the spring and fall 2020 commencements and spring 21 commencement, or sorry, fall 21 commencement. So thank you for joining us. We're happy to have you back here joining this whole class, and we're really, really excited to have you become Bachelors of Arts. Please be seated. The liberal arts faculty has dedicated their lives to scholarship, research, artistry, outreach, and most importantly, teaching and mentoring students. Will members of the faculty, including those on the platform, please stand and receive our appreciation for all that you have done for this graduating class. Please be seated. As we celebrate your graduation, we also recognize some of the special accomplishments of members of your class. The College of Liberal Arts is pleased to honor those students who have earned teacher licensure by completing an approved academic program and professional education requirements, including student teaching. Students who have earned teacher licensure can be identified by the powder blue cords that they wear today. Will graduates who will be licensed in the state of Colorado to teach in elementary or middle and high school, please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. A significant number of students have enriched their education by completing the requirements for a program of study beyond the major. Will all students who have completed a second major, third major, or minor please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. Colorado State University is dedicated to creating a world-class university that welcomes all students and strives to make international learning accessible. As an institution, we encourage students to engage in education abroad, connect across cultures, and become more curious about the world. So too, we benefit by welcoming international students who have chosen to make the College of Liberal Arts their academic home. Will all students who participated in education abroad during their time at CSU and all international students who are graduating, please stand and be recognized. A first-generation college student is one whose parents have not earned a bachelor's degree. An important aspect of Colorado State University's land-grant mission is to provide access to education so that a wider community of students may experience the transformational experience of a college education. The success of first-generation students in our college and in our university is a point of pride for all of us. I am pleased to ask all first-generation students in the graduating class, and among the faculty and platform party to please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. We are honored by the enrollment of veterans and majors across our college. Will those graduates and audience members, talking to you people up there, who are veterans of any branch of the U.S. military services, please stand and receive our thanks and support. Please be seated. Next, we pay tribute to those graduates who are initiates of National Honorary Societies, including but not limited to Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, Golden Key, the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, and Mortarboard. Will the members of National Honorary Societies, among the graduates and among the faculty and platform party, please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. The University Honors Program provides an optional, enriched educational plan of study for students at CSU. Students who have completed the honors courses and a senior honors thesis receive the designation of University Honors Scholar. These students can be recognized by the green gowns that they wear today. Will the candidates for Honors Scholar please rise so we may applaud your achievements? Please be seated. CSU recognizes the highest academic achievement of today's degree recipients by awarding degrees with distinction. The candidates for graduation with distinction are wearing gold gowns or, in some cases, green gowns with gold cords. Students graduating with distinction have earned a minimum of 60 credits at CSU. Those graduating cum laude constitute approximately the top 6% of the class, with a grade point average of 3.78 or higher. Those designated magna cum laude constitute approximately the next 3% of the class, with a GPA of 3.91 or higher. And those graduating summa cum laude constitute approximately the top 1% of the graduating class, with a GPA of 3.98 or higher. Will all candidates for graduation, cum, magna, and summa laude, please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. I would now like to welcome one of our students to address the class. When choosing a student speaker, we look for someone who has an excellent academic record, certainly. But we also look for someone who, through their curricular and co-curricular engagement, really represents the value of a liberal arts education. It's now my pleasure to introduce Ben Randall. Ben is a journalism and media communications major with a minor in leadership studies. He has a lot to be proud of and many accomplishments, of course, and I'm just going to highlight a few. In addition to excelling academically, Ben, who came to us from Nebraska, is a marketing and social media coordinator for CSU's Student Leadership Involvement and Community Engagement Office. He's a writer for the Journalism Department's Center for Science Communication. He's a media specialist for the U.S. State Forest Service and the producer and host of the More About More podcast. Ben also serves as a College of Liberal Arts student ambassador. An accomplished triathlete, Ben is the president of CSU's Triathlon Club. He aspires in the future to combine his passion for endurance sports, content creation, and audio storytelling to empower others. In the College of Liberal Arts, we share a commitment to the well-being of the human community, the natural environment in which we live, and to the inspiration of the human spirit. We think Ben, whose immediate plans include attending a Fulbright Summer Institute in Belfast, Ireland, embodies that lofty mission. Please help me in welcoming Ben to the podium.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Rose. Before we commence, this commencement speech, I've got some obligatory thank yous to throw out into this extremely large area that totally isn't making me a little bit nervous right now. I'd like to thank Dr. Rose Henschel for the pleasant introduction, and I'd like to thank Colorado State University and the College of Liberal Arts for giving us all a fantastic education, as well as the chance to speak in front of all of you today. To all my friends and family that made it here today, yeah, even my nuthead of a roommate, Jake. I love you all and quite certainly wouldn't be here or here without the relentless support that you've all given me. Mom, Dad, yeah. You know how important you are to me, and that's something I probably shouldn't even attempt to put to words, so thanks for never giving up on me. Let's get this started before CSU realizes they picked the wordiest journalism major for the speech and try and replace me. My name is Ben Randall, and I'm a journalist. I think the environment is pretty rad, pretty cool, and I really enjoy this swim, bike, run thing Rose was talking about called triathlon. I'm also slightly biased in thinking that a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is the best culinary creation in the world, and you can't convince me otherwise, sorry. I'm also a failure. Let me explain. I might be the commencement speaker, but that doesn't mean I'm some golden boy, some stud. I might have good grades, but there's demons that lie within those transcripts and those grade averages. What's on paper isn't always the best illustration of reality. The past couple of years have been riddled with struggles for everyone here, specifically in regard to mental health, something I'm sure many of you can identify with. Over the pandemic, I developed anorexia, which morphed into an exercise addiction, which then turned into full-fledged bulimia. My anxiety and flawed self-image began to take over my life as I knew it. I've been in and out of therapist offices, I've seen countless psychiatrists, and honestly, there were periods where I was more loaded up on antidepressants than real hormones. To be fully transparent, I'm still struggling with my eating disorder, but that's okay. Many of you in this room know how challenging it is to cope with social and mental issues while being in school. It's tough. But what's important is we're coping and we're trying, and we're here today. So flash forward a little bit, quite some time after beginning my recovery process, just when I thought I had my own struggles figured out, life was like, nah, son. I was ready to take on my final semester. Life threw a curveball my way in the form of me crashing my bike at 40 miles per hour while riding down the Poudre Canyon. This happened 4 days into the semester and resulted in me breaking my arm, my jaw, and having my jaw wired shut for 6 weeks, enduring an absolutely grueling physical therapy process that I'm still going through. Do you all know how challenging it is to adhere to a wired jaw, all liquid diet, let alone for someone who already has problems with eating enough? It was tough. I was forced to look back at my eating disorder when I thought I was done with it. I looked it right in the face and endured all those horrors that I'd already experienced. But I did it. It wasn't pretty. And it was quite honestly the hardest process I've ever had to take on, and that's saying a lot because, kids, I had to write my honors thesis this semester. So that's why I'm a failure. It's not something I say lightly. In fact, I think I might be standing up here today because I've failed enough to understand how important it is. I love failure. I've failed countless times, and I'll fail again, probably a lot. It's part of the process, as you all know full and well. We got through these challenging past years, just not individually, not alone. Each and every one of you amazing graduates, those of you I know and those of you I don't, realize that we've all been there collectively for each other, giving each other conversation, critiques, and comfort, and everything in between. Thank you, graduating class of 2021, for being stalwart Rams, for not letting us take on life's most complex endeavors alone. I'd reckon that nearly everyone in this room wouldn't be here if they didn't have that person to call late at night, or that lover to console them through the rigors of life, or that parent that wouldn't let you fade into the night without a fight. I'm up here today to tell you all that us, the graduating class of 2021, we're linked. We're one and the same, despite our most deep-rooted differences. We're connected through trauma, through heartbreak, through Zoom learning, and so much more. We're the students who learned amidst a global pandemic. We're the focused, determined students who, despite the best intentions from our teachers, had to craft some pretty horrible discussion post responses on Canvas, week after week, when everything was online. I mean, in all actuality, we are part of a movement. We're part of a generation, the next generation, an era of students who learned in a world where faces are covered by masks, where hand sanitizer is more common than a handshake, and where our health isn't quite as taken for granted as it was in years before 2020. We're the COVID kids, the pandemic peoples, the virus victims, yet we're more than that. We're more than the pandemic, we're more than our degrees, we're more than individuals. We're one united, outstanding, quirky graduating class, and we made it. We're here today, and we did it. We're Rams. I'm now honored to introduce our commencement speaker to give the keynote address in the class. Amy Hoven, class of 1995, received a degree in liberal arts. Amy is from a small rural town on the Eastern Plains and is a fourth-generation resident of Colorado. After she graduated from CSU, she used her communications training to pursue a career in communications and community outreach in both the for-profit and nonprofit sectors. Amy understands the importance of storytelling and believes everyone's story adds value to their communities. In 2017, she was the executive producer of Who I Am, a virtual reality documentary film showcasing the work of first-generation CSU students mentoring immigrant and refugee high school students in Fort Morgan. Her ability to observe the environment around her, interact with people, and recognize human connections allows her to be a compassionate and active member of society. In 2010, Amy was named Young Professional of the Year by the Fort Collins Area Chamber of Commerce, and in June, she was appointed to the Colorado Humanities Board by Governor Jared Polis. Please help me welcome Amy Hoven to the platform.
Thank you, Ben. Congratulations on your graduation, and thank you for sharing your important and inspiring story. I also want to thank Dean Withers and members of the platform. I know the past couple of years have not been easy, so I want to thank you all for your hard work and your commitment to the students and to our community. I want to give a special shout out to my entire family, and especially my parents, my sisters, my friend Vince, and Kurt. But most of all, I want to thank the group of students I've followed over the past few years. You've deeply enriched my life, and I wish you the very best. And graduates, do you know how happy I am to see you, to see your smiling, masked faces, and wish you the very best as you embark on your new journey? You see, you're very important to me, and lately, I've been thinking about you a lot. Like Ben, I've been thinking about how we're connected, and I'm so grateful that we are. And I recognize that we're all different. We don't know each other, but you see, we liberal arts folks, we are connected, and we're a team. We're a unique team of critical thinkers and problem solvers. We're empathizers, we're communicators through art, theater, music, writing, and we communicate in multiple languages too. We understand how our past affects our future, and we have the skills to solve some of the world's most pressing economic, political, and societal problems. We all have similar skills, including mastering the confusing halls of Clark, and yet we are all very different. We all have different personalities, and our paths to reach our degree were all very unique. So let me tell you a story that might help you understand my personality. I'm an identical twin, and I have an older sister too, and because of Angie and Tracy, I discovered my voice at an early age. Most of the time it was typical sister stuff, but being a twin meant strangers were coming up to us all of the time and asking us questions like, do you have the same dreams? Do you feel each other's pain? They'd ask Tracy questions like, what's it like having twins for sisters? As if she knew any different. But my sisters and I believed we needed to answer these questions, so we did. And sometimes I'd answer those questions, dare I say, creatively. I was learning to use my voice. But the first time I discovered the power of my voice was when I was 5. I was at my grandma's house, and her next-door neighbor, Heine, who was clearly living up to his name, kept unleashing her dog and letting it run away. No matter how many times my grandma asked him to stop, she'd end up making a trip to the pound to retrieve her poor puppy. And after seeing how upset this made my grandma, I had to do something. So I marched over to Heine's house, I knocked on his front door. When he answered and looked down at me, I gave him a big talking to. I scolded him for not listening to my grandma's pleas, and I told him that what he was doing was wrong. I harnessed the power of my voice, and I acted with raw courage. Sure, it wasn't Neil Armstrong or Nelson Mandela type of courage, but for a 5-year-old girl, it was a pretty significant level of courage. My courage changed my grandmother's experience and had a huge impact on me. I grew up feeling confident about using my voice. And that story brings me to why I think I'm here to speak with you today. I believe being intentional in activating our personal courage will transform the world. Dean Withers shared a fact with me that emphasizes my point. He told me that the word courage comes from the old French word courage, which ultimately derives from the Latin cor, which means heart. And I'm quoting here, "It's been cited that the early meaning of courage was to speak one's mind by telling all of one's heart." Now let me tell you another personal story about me and my experience at CSU. I graduated from the College of Liberal Arts in 1995. I should have graduated in 93, but the reason it took me 5.5 years is key to my story. As Ben mentioned, I grew up in the rural town of Sterling, 110 miles east of here. It's fairly remote and things move slow, and sure, a slow pace can be nice, but things generally move slow in rural towns because there's limited industry and employment opportunities. There's also a lack of access to information and education, and that's what my sisters and I experienced growing up, the rural and urban divide. My parents knew college was the only way to close that gap. But when I finally made it to CSU, I was lost. I worked 3 jobs to pay for school, and that commitment not only isolated me from my peers, but also from my understandings of how college worked. And the person who once felt confident in using her voice stopped talking. Thankfully, the subjects I was interested in were in the College of Liberal Arts, and fortunately, former Dean Ann Gill kicked me in the hiney and told me to embrace my curiosity and get involved. But the rest was up to me. I joined student media and campus television, and everything started to fall into place. I was a reporter and an anchor, and one of my most memorable stories was about ADA compliance on campus. I had a friend who was in a wheelchair, and he'd show me places that he wasn't able to access, so I did a story about it. My story was effective, and our newscast won awards. Thanks to my time at CTV and the guidance of Dr. Greg Luft and Mario Caballero, I learned how to communicate, to use my voice effectively in telling a story. My experience at CSU taught me that when I mixed my liberal arts skills with my personal level of courage, good things happen. After I graduated, I quickly learned that my liberal arts degree trained me to have choices in my career. After a 15-year career using my communication skills, my problem-solving skills, my liberal arts skills, in both the high-tech and publishing industries, I chose to move back to Fort Collins and do more meaningful work. I accepted a position doing community outreach, and I started volunteering with nonprofits here in town. One of my volunteer roles was right here in the College of Liberal Arts where it all began. And that's when I met 2 people who changed my perspective on life. The first person many of you know, Dr. Eric Ishiwata, the Ethnic Studies Professor Ishiwata. He's here somewhere, I don't know where. Dr. Ishiwata introduced me to a new mentoring program that he was developing, where first-generation key community students here at CSU were mentoring high school students in Fort Morgan. I was drawn to the program because Fort Morgan is close to Sterling, and I probably could have used a college mentor when I was in high school. But when Dr. Ishiwata told me that the high school students were immigrants and refugees, I was hooked. Around the same time, I met Brian Stevenson, the founder and executive director of the Equal Rights Initiative in Montgomery, Alabama. Mr. Stevenson was a guest speaker here, and he spoke about the role proximity plays in what he calls the justice quotient. His message to me was, proximity to human rights issues is necessary in order to understand them and affect change. You have to get close to the situation. And just like that, just like my 5-year-old self, I jumped into action. I got proximate to the situation Dr. Ishiwata described to me. I visited Fort Morgan and observed the work between the CSU students and the high school students. I witnessed them learning about each other and sharing their stories. One courageous Guatemalan boy shared his story about finding his way alone to Fort Morgan after living most of his young life on the streets because his mother abandoned him and his grandmother died. This young boy probably never thought he would go to school, let alone learn English, was now being mentored by a first-generation CSU student who 6 months earlier probably had a hard time picturing themselves on a college campus. And I never would have seen this if I didn't get proximate to the situation. Then I marched into Dr. Tony Frank's office, the president of CSU at the time, and Dean Withers' office, and told them what I saw. I told them that the program needed to keep going, and I essentially told them they needed to fund it. And they did. And Dean Withers, I'm eternally grateful for that. Thank you. But I wasn't done there. I then produced a virtual reality documentary about the mentoring program. I wanted people to see and feel for themselves the powerful human connection that allowed these students to accept their differences and build trusting relationships. Now, I should point out, I've never been involved in any aspect of developing a movie, let alone producing one, and I knew virtually nothing about virtual reality technology, but I knew it would allow the viewers to get to Fort Morgan, to put them in proximity of the students' work. And then I did a TED Talk right here at CSU. I wanted to tell the whole world about the life-changing work of these students, many of whom are in this room right now. So what's my point in all of this? Well, I probably could have been more reasonable than to march into the offices of Dr. Frank and Dean Withers and demand funding for the mentoring program. I probably could have been more reasonable than to think I could successfully produce a virtual reality movie. I probably could have been more reasonable than to think anyone would want to hear me give a TED Talk. But some of the best things I've done have the common element of me intentionally doing something that was outside of my comfort zone, speaking my mind by telling all of my heart, intentionally activating my personal courage. And I'm thrilled to report that the mentoring program is still going strong today. This past year, the program has expanded to 13 high schools, and there are now over 40 CSU mentors involved. All of them are first-generation students, and all of them are multilingual. They are graduating at a higher rate than the overall student body, and they are being hired because of their mentoring skills. I am proud to be associated with these students, and I will continue to support them however I can. I'm equally as proud to be a part of this college because this college trains students to be empathetic, creative, culturally aware, and understanding, and we need those skills today more than ever. Nelson Mandela said it best: "A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination." Graduates, I am confident that some of you in the next 20 to 30 years will become great leaders of large organizations. Some of you will be more like me and experience a more moderate level of leadership with opportunities to be courageous. But the thing is, we all have developed a tool bag, a set of capabilities from our liberal arts education that has primed us to solve some of the world's most pressing problems. Mix that with your hearts and intentionally choosing to be courageous at the opportune time. Just imagine what you and the thousands of liberal arts graduates around the world who you are now connected to, just imagine the impact you all will make. So keep learning, keep taking risks because you are equipped to. And please, with intention, speak your mind by telling all of your heart. Thank you.
So Ben, thank you for reminding us that all of our successes are lined with failure. Amy, and also for reminding us that for all the intellectual skills that we develop here, it's also the skills of the heart that lead to the courageous outcomes that you described. And I look forward to, in 20 years, seeing members of this class return and tell their stories of courage too. So, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Graduates, please rise. It is now my privilege and great pleasure to present the candidates for graduation in the College of Liberal Arts. They have all completed the requirements for the baccalaureate degree that have been established by the university, the college, and their respective departments. The Faculty Council has recommended to our governing board that these students receive their bachelor's degrees. At this time, I'd like to introduce our provost, Dr. Mary Pedersen, and Executive Vice President, who will confer the degrees.
Thank you, Dean Withers. This is the moment you have worked towards and dreamed about, and thus it is with great pleasure that I offer these words. By virtue of the authorization vested in me by the Board of Governors of Colorado State University System, I hereby confer the bachelor's degree on each of you, together with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Please be seated.
The marshals will now escort the graduates to the platform to be recognized individually and receive their diploma covers. We ask that family and friends keep the aisles clear during this time and take photographs of your graduates after the ceremony. Due to the ongoing pandemic, graduates will not be shaking hands while receiving their diploma. After the ceremony, we invite graduates and faculty to connect for handshakes. Professor Dan Beachy Quick and Dr. Andrea Purdy will announce the graduates' names. Graduates, to honor all members of the class, we ask that everyone remain in Moby during the reading of the names.
Lewis Robert Beanie, Bachelor of Science, Geography. Douglas B. Freeman, Bachelor of Science, Geography. Sam August Eddy, Bachelor of Science, Geography. David Bennett Hurt, Bachelor of Science, Geography. Adam Harold Rain, Bachelor of Science, Geography. Shelley Ray Lynch, Bachelor of Arts, Anthropology. Kelsey L. Schetzlein, Bachelor of Arts, Anthropology. Haley Jean Johnson, Bachelor of Arts, Anthropology. Wendy S. Zimprich, Bachelor of Arts, Anthropology. Maya Louise Fritzler, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Rebecca Esperanza Montoya, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Nadia J. Carney, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Jordan Bailey Isbell, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Gianna Claire Santucci, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Gabriel Paul Acevedo, Bachelor of Arts, Art. Christopher Michael Lederhaus, Bachelor of Arts, Art. Julie Mai Nguyen, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Elise Page Ribaldo, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Sean T. Papil, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Evan Porter Gresheimer, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Abigail Lillian Gilbert, Bachelor of Arts, Art. Megan K. Fenwick, Bachelor of Arts, Art. Jacob Robert Dunitz, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. William E. Schmidt, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Hannah Lee Chatham, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Stacy L. Johnson, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art. Fabian B. Lujan, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Janelle M. McBride, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Lauren A. Partee, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Hope Northrup, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Kobe L. Steves, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Nathan Paul Schutz, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Renee Dominic Lopez, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Claire F. Moffitt, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Jeannie Gong, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Stefan Tyler Rusin, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Daniel Michael Merrick, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Phil Thomas Ferguson, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Alexander John Daldigan, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Justine Krista Campbell, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies, honors cum laude. Justin Chase Keller, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Avi T. Dolson, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Liam D. Dodonker, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Brennan Bull, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Matt Primising, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Michael Robert Bruce, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Anthony J. Martella, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Nolan D. Antonini, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Haley F. Kessler, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Anthony Licasati, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Nicole B. Taylor, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Eric Gonzalez, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Aubin Jane Tankersley, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies, honors cum laude. Addison Faye Dodd, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Skylar McLean Turner, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Chloe Marie Taylor, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Heidi Kim, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Royshawn Kennedy, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies.
Jake Tyler Becker, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Colin Michael Hogue, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Jessica Ozudi, Economics. Vlad T. Suchu, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. David T. Lopez, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Benjamin Robert Harsha, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Kyle Eric Nelson, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Sarah Danielle Baker, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. April Sitlali Fierro, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Eridani Gomez, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Forrest Rudine, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Anthony J. Castillo, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Ethan Mark Lee, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Ashton Stephen Mabry, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Brendan Royer, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Samantha Pietri, Bachelor of Arts, Communications and Media Production. Ryan T. Schmidt, Bachelor of Arts, Economics, summa cum laude. Hunter J. Hill, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Brody M. Wolf, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Zachary Israel Weiss, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Michael Lawrence Rue, Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Jun Wei Jiang, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Mirhawi Tesfai, thank you, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Abdullah M. Mesri, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Lee Bai, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Yaojia Chen, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Wyatt Michael Palmer, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Jared Adam Johnson, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Ahmed Mohammed, Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Elisa Francine McCall, Bachelor of Arts, English. Jake Colton Clark, Bachelor of Arts, English. Tylee Armani Woodrow, Bachelor of Arts, English. Andrew James Statz, Bachelor of Arts, English. Mira May Martin, Bachelor of Arts, English. Trista E. Skulls, Bachelor of Arts, English. Morgan Caroline Moss, Bachelor of Arts, English. Victoria Alexis Watson, Bachelor of Arts, English. Cody Daniel Cook, Bachelor of Arts, English. Thomas Vitas Belzer, Bachelor of Arts, English. Elisa Renee Ramirez, Bachelor of Arts, English. Andrea Nicole Day, Bachelor of Arts, English, cum laude. Emily Susan Gambrill, Bachelor of Arts, English, cum laude. Harry R. Hildebrandt, Bachelor of Arts, English. Sarah E. Quintana Trejo, Bachelor of Arts, English Arts, Language, Literature, and Culture, summa cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Byrne, Bachelor of Arts, English. Grace Detweiler, Bachelor of Arts, English, magna cum laude. Zero Elliott Marshall, Bachelor of Arts, English, cum laude. Cecily Marie Johnson, Bachelor of Arts, English. Brittany T. Myers-Leclerc, Bachelor of Arts, English. Vincent Michael Brown, Bachelor of Arts, English. Constance Ann Margaret Davis, Bachelor of Arts, Ethnic Studies. Ornella Girumba Bazi, Bachelor of Arts, Ethnic Studies. Yamilid Sanchez Bautista, Bachelor of Arts, Ethnic Studies. Kevin Parga Martinez, Bachelor of Arts, Ethnic Studies. Kiara Nicole Tibbs, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science and Ethnic Studies. Jada M. Johnson, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science and Ethnic Studies. Corey Tague Robertus, Bachelor of Arts, History. Emma Davidson, Bachelor of Arts, History. Catherine S. Boland, Bachelor of Arts, History, cum laude. Maxwell David Tiedemann, Bachelor of Arts, History. Marissa Jordan Seeley, Bachelor of Arts, History. Harper D. Bofberg, Bachelor of Arts, History. Sierra Rose Roski, Bachelor of Arts, History. Connor Snow Farrell, Bachelor of Arts, History. Gavin Davies Alsop, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science and History. Douglas L. Ringer Jr., Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude, History.
Cameron G. Franco, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Liberal Arts, cum laude. Brenna Rose Lambrecht, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Liberal Arts. I'm sorry. Nikki Leanne Moss, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Liberal Arts. Angelica L. Brown, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Arts. Caitlin A. Malone, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Arts. Catherine M. Punzak, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Liberal Arts. Gwendolyn Madeline Fellows, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies. Maxwell Logan Post, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies. Avery Ann Hallweg, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies. Rachel Elizabeth Brand, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies. Jack B. Caruso, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies. James Maria Cornelison, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies, cum laude. David Flores, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies. Matthew Charles Redmond, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies. Jillian Lane Steeren, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies, magna cum laude. Brenna Lee Pavey, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies, magna cum laude. Aspen Noel Stover, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies, cum laude. Jade B. Woodward, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies. Caitlin Lijiang Husovsky, I apologize, Bachelor of Arts, International Studies, summa cum laude. Grace Nicole Stolzing, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Media Communication. Alexander Matthew Gusdorf, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Media Communication. Brendan M. Fairbairn, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Media Communication. Benjamin Riley Sorrells, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Media Communication. Catherine Elaine Schreck, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Media Communication, cum laude. Benjamin S. Randall, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Media Communication, summa cum laude. Isabella Gianna Willett, Journalism and Media Communication. Renee Lynn Zeal, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Media Communication. Alexandra Lee McDonald, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Media Communication. Nathan Thomas Sky, Journalism and Media Communication. Benjamin Warren Kruger, Journalism and Media Communication. Samuel John Bailey, Journalism and Media Communication. Rachel Tunchu Rasmussen, Journalism and Media Communication. Dorina Elizabeth Vida, Journalism and Media Communication. Brianna Bunsen, Journalism and Media Communication. Tyler James McGuire, Journalism and Media Communication, cum laude. Ali Mohammed Zenedin, Journalism and Media Communication, cum laude. Rafael Hernandez, Journalism and Media Communication. Jessica M. Colombo, Journalism and Media Communication. Elaine Claire Shabakin, Journalism and Media Communication. Andrew Michael Isaacs, Journalism and Media Communication. Margot Rose Mead, Journalism and Media Communication. Sarai C. Castellanos Vega, Journalism and Media Communication. Rima Coward, Journalism and Media Communication. Ruby Herrera Sanabria. Ruby Herrera Sanabria, Spanish. Jennifer Gutierrez Marquez, Languages, Literatures, and Cultures, Spanish. Melanie Rose Doyle, Liberal Art, Languages, Literatures, and Cultures, French. Yurishi Toro Rivera, Ethnic Studies. Magnus Richard Imber, Philosophy. Jude Daniel Ross Sear, Philosophy, magna cum laude. Yannick Noah Bourne, Philosophy. Dominic Gaines Scariato, Philosophy. Joshua Eli Judd, Philosophy. Molly Rose Moxness, Philosophy, cum laude.
William Pedro Torres, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Bronson Francisco Torres, Bachelor of Arts, major, Political Science and Sociology. Riley Andrew Sanders, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science, summa cum laude. Sam June Nuliso, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Kensington Holman, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Ella Ibert O'Neill, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Jennifer S. Peña Gomez, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Maisie Stella Anders, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science, magna cum laude. Maxwell Kenneth Allgood, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Olivia Claire Barden, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Jamie Green, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Megan Elizabeth Heisman, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Rachel Alyssa Cummings, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Holly Alexandra Ryan, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science, summa cum laude. Emily Page Gierschik, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Jose Miguel Silva Rodello, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science and Spanish. Sierra Bliss Davis, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Nicholas James McWilliams, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Nico Studebaker, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science, summa cum laude. Sophia Nicole Roseman, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science, cum laude. Cassandra Koala Baird, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science, cum laude. Sophia P. Forcato, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Robert C. McCauley, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Brennan Lafayette Allen, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Kiona Morris, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Kylie Elizabeth Parker, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Morgan Elise Winters, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Maria Monte Keola, Bachelor of Arts, Environmental Sociology. Haley Elizabeth Morgan, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Zachary Lee Bushi, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Ellie M. Provines, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Noah Nathaniel Strahan, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Elizabeth Quinlan King, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Ryan Matthew Stonehouse, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Dylan Christian Scott, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Caitlin Eileen Guertin, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Scarlett White, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology, summa cum laude. Lillian A. Gary, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Bien Venu Mukairi, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Fiona Roadbow, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Dallas Botchway, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Devin Washington, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. James K. Heater, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Leslie Sinei Aguilar, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Turki Abdullah Al-Khatani, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Malia Rose Goto, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Sydney L. Hillard, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Whitney Rennell Roy, Bachelor of Arts, Theater, minor, Ethnic Studies. Jessie S. Sanchez, Bachelor of Arts, Music. Anne Elise Kopis, Bachelor of Arts, Music. Amber Rose Sheeran, Bachelor of Music. Sydney Janine Bowens, Bachelor of Music. Timothy Costello, Bachelor of Arts, Music Education. Zachary William Owens, Bachelor of Arts, Music. Mason N. Dill, Bachelor of Arts, Theater. Caitlin M. Kinslow, Bachelor of Arts, Theater. Katie Strickland, Bachelor of Arts, Theater. Russell Scott Powell, Bachelor of Arts, Theater, magna cum laude. Soph Rose Cardinal, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Dance, summa cum laude. James Drake Fuerte, Bachelor of Arts, Dance. Amanda Grace House, Bachelor of Music, Music Therapy. Charlotte Danae Rosas, Bachelor of Music, Music Therapy.
Graduates, congratulations. This is an amazing crowd here, right? Your family and friends have supported you in so many ways leading up to this day. Will the family and friends gathered please stand so that the graduates may express their love and appreciation. Ain't no families like CLA families. Graduates, I'm gonna go off script for a second. I really, truly want to acknowledge the work that you have put in during these last 19 months, these scary, frustrating, hard, weird 19 months. Our world is altered forever, and we have lost so much. But I hope you all realize that the perseverance that you have built and the resilience you have shown are things that you will carry with you well into the future. And I know that all of those in the audience will join me in honoring the special challenges that you've gone through to be sitting in this room today. Please stand so we can acknowledge you one last time. Please be seated. Banner carriers, please post your banners. And now here comes the long goodbye. This ceremony would not have been possible without the efforts of many people. My sincere appreciation for the excellent services of the faculty marshals, Dr. Kate DeCesare, Dr. Robert Kling, Professor Gina Robinson, Dr. Samuel Tom, Dr. Jose Luis Suarez Garcia, Professor Noah Racy. Thank you to our announcers, Professor Dan Beachy-Quick and Dr. Andrea Purdy, excellent job. Our interpreters, Kylie Moselle and Kenna Bridges, and the Wing Walker Honor Guard for presenting the colors. My sincere appreciation to the Landmark event staff and for CSU Police for keeping us safe, and the facilities staff for turning Moby into a celebration. I also want to thank some of the invisible folks, the sound technicians and video producers, for their excellent work producing our commencement ceremony. I do want to point out that this ceremony is being live streamed and will be recorded on the commencement website for family and friends that want to share with others that couldn't be here or maybe want to relive the moment again and again. Thank you to the College of Liberal Arts Dean staff, again, invisible volunteers in the back, and commencement volunteers, especially the amazing Colleen Weitzel and Betty Sims, without whom this would just not happen. And finally, I would like to ask the members of the CSU Brass Quintet and vocalist Michaela Fitzpatrick to please stand and take a bow. Bravo. Now, will everyone please stand and join Michaela Fitzpatrick and the new graduates of Colorado State University in singing our alma mater, and the words are on the virtual program available via QR code and also displayed on the Jumbotron. Will the graduates stay standing, and the rest of the audience, please be seated. Nope. Stay standing. I know you're like, I thought we were done being told what to do by professors, but here I am. So in your last history lesson of your college career, I wanted to tell you a little bit about a tradition that happens at commencement ceremonies. The tradition of tossing caps in the air goes back to 1912, when graduates of the Naval Academy would receive their new officer hats and throw their old midshipman caps in the air to symbolize the transition. And because I'm a scholar of cultural history, I want you to carry on that tradition too. But because I'm an administrator, I want you to be very careful while you're doing that and cover your eyes. And because I'm sentimental, I'm going to take a picture of you while you're doing it. So on the count of 3, and you don't have to do it if you want. I see some of your works of art on your caps. 1, 2, 3. Please collect your hats and be seated. The banner carriers will lead the recessional. Next will be the platform party, and then the faculty. Graduates, please remain seated until the marshals ask your row to leave. We ask that all graduates meet their family and friends outside of Moby following the ceremony so that CSU is able to prepare the arena for future remaining ceremonies. Graduates, you have left your mark at CSU. Now, go make your mark on the world. We will miss you. Please keep in touch. Thank you all for attending the College of Liberal Arts commencement ceremonies.